Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. I welcome you to the consultative workshop on the draft resolution for sustainable nitrogen management. This workshop has been jointly organized by the Ministry of Climate Change and Environmental Coordination and the University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. My name is Dr. Mohammad Amir Maqsood. I'm from the Institute of Soil and Environmental Sciences, University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, and I shall be the moderator for today's session. So as we all know, it's a well understood fact that nitrogen is a key building block for life, and it's a cornerstone for agriculture. And yet its mismanagement has become one of agriculture's most pressing environmental challenges. Today, we have gathered key stakeholders, including teachers, researchers, manufacturers, farmers, representatives from the private and public sector, and policymakers who are leading the way to make nitrogen use more efficient and sustainable. One of the key goals of today's workshop is to start a process of policy change. And policy change is not possible without the interest and the support of the government. Today, we are fortunate to have with us Dr. Mazhar Hayat, the Deputy Secretary from the Ministry of Climate Change and Environmental Coordination, as the chief guest for today's workshop. I would request Dr. Mazhar Hayat to please open the session with his remarks.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, partners and friends. Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. It is truly an honor and privilege to be with you here today at this important consultative preparatory workshop on the draft resolution for sustainable nitrogen being developed of the upcoming UNIA 7 by the end of this year. Let me begin with expressing my appreciation to University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, and all our academic, policy, and civil society partners for organizing this timely and much needed event. I also acknowledge the support of our international collaborators, including UKCEH-led International Nitrogen Management System, INNET, INI, and Compassion in World Farming for their continued engagement in advancing shared goal for sustainable development. Here, my acknowledgements will remain incomplete if I don't mention the work of Dr. Mark Sutton, who is with us online and will be one of the speakers in this opening session. I also appreciate the University of Agriculture, particularly Dr. Tariq, for his continuous efforts and struggle for this process. Nitrogen, often called the unsung hero of modern agriculture, is indispensable for plant growth, food production, and human nutrition. Yet when poorly managed, nitrogen becomes a dangerous pollutant, contributing to air and water pollution, smoke formation, and water quality problems for lakes and rivers, groundwater contamination, biodiversity loss, and even climate change through emissions of nitrous oxide, which is a potent greenhouse gas. In Pakistan, we are already witnessing the adverse impacts of nitrogen pollution, rising nitrate levels in drinking water sources, deteriorating air quality in urban and rural areas, and ammonia losses from excessive fertilizer use. These all pose serious threats to public health, environmental stability, and long-term agricultural productivity. The mismanagement of nitrogen is not only an ecological crisis, but also a significant economic burden. Scientific evidence shows that the world has already exceeded the safe planetary boundary for nitrogen. For Pakistan, where agriculture is the backbone of our economy and livelihoods, the stakes are even higher. We cannot afford to ignore this silent but growing crisis. As the demand for food, fuel, and fiber continues to rise, our challenge is not whether to use nitrogen, but how to use it wisely. So this line is very important because in today's discussion, we will work on the efficient use of the nitrogen and sustainable management of the nitrogen with greater efficiency, lower losses, and smarter integration across sectors. I am pleased to note that Pakistan has taken a leadership role in the global nitrogen agenda, from convening dialogues at UN Environment Agency 4 and uh, UN Environmental Assembly 4 and 5 to actively engage in UN Framework Convention on Climate Change negotiations and hosting landmark events at UNIA 6. Also, COP29 and Bonn, Pakistan has consistently demonstrated its commitment to international cooperation and scientific innovation in nitrogen management. The decision to develop and propose a third resolution on sustainable nitrogen management at the upcoming UNIA 7 is both visionary and grounded in national interest. It is a chance to mainstream nitrogen into global environmental governance, while also ensuring coherence among our domestic strategies on climate change, agriculture, air quality, water pollution, and food system transformation. This workshop marks a national milestone in that journey. It brings together voices from across ministries, including agriculture, climate, industry, energy, waste, and water, along with academic institutions, development organizations, and farmer representatives. This diversity of perspectives reflects an essential truth. Nitrogen pollution is a cross-sectoral challenge that requires a whole of government and whole of society response. Through today's consultation, we aim to refine Pakistan's draft resolution for UNIA 7, ensuring it is ambitious, inclusive, nationally driven, and actionable. Revitalize engagement on the implementation of previous resolution of UNIA 5, especially the development of national action plans. Discuss the proposal of National Steering Committee to be co-chaired by Ministry of Climate Change and National Food Security Ministry. And most importantly, identify actionable solutions for optimizing nitrogen flows across all agri-food systems, industry, and environment. Dear colleagues, the road to sustainable nitrogen management is not only protecting the environment, it is about ensuring food security, improving public health, promoting economic efficiency, and delivering intergenerational equity. It is central to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, including poverty reduction, clean water, climate action, and responsible consumption and production. Let us seize this opportunity to build consensus, strengthen partnerships, and reaffirm Pakistan's commitment to sustainable, science-based, and globally aligned nitrogen action. I once again thank you all, the organizers, speakers, and participants for your valuable contributions. I look forward to the outcomes of this workshop, contributing meaningfully to a strong, forward-looking resolution at UN Environment Assembly 7. Thank you very much.